Hey, Royal Rough Riders. This is Mademoiselle Mosley again. I hope everybody is doing fine tonight. Look, yesterday I did a video about drugs, and everybody ain't use them, but a lot of us have, whether they're illegal or not illegal. But back in the day, I used to smoke a little weed. I enjoyed it, but you have to understand when you're off guard. You know, God tell us to be sober-minded so that we can make the right decisions, because I'm sure a lot of us have not been sober-minded and have made decisions that we're paying for today. So, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not knocking nobody. What you do what you do, but make sure you can take the results that happens after you do what you do, and don't blame nobody else for what you do. That's what you do. But I'm gonna tell you one reason why one of the reasons why I stopped. I didn't really like how I felt, but when you're running away from something, you always find something to run to. I remember one time, me and my significant other, we were in the room and we were smoking weed, and he left out of the room, because you got to respect your kids. You can't be doing stuff around your children. I don't even think kids was there that day. But anyway, God spoke to me after he left out the room. And it was in a strong, audible voice. And he said to me, he said, "Don't you smoke that weed no more." And I thought I was tripping, because when you high, you like, wait a minute, am I tripping? Sometimes God will speak to you at the point where he know that your mind is open enough to receive it, because you're trying to run away from something, but you're running into something. That's right. You got to be careful. Running away from something, you're going to run into something. And sometimes that thing you're going to run into is worse than the thing that you're running from. Remember that. So when he said that, I was like, ooh, I didn't share it with my sister. I stopped smoking weed. I was like, I'm good. I'm not going to do that no more, because, that brought, fear to me, because it was like, he didn't say it when he was in there. It was for me, because maybe this person has something planned for me. Sometimes your significant others have plans for you too, to do you dirty, to do you wrong. You never know. You might be loving them and they might be play loving on you, vice versa, whatever it is. So anyway, let's get on the story. So when God told me, don't you smoke that weed no more, and I didn't, I stopped. And you know what happened? That person who I was with in the past, they end up getting on crack. Had I not been obedient and stopped doing what it is that God told me not to do, because it was very urgent, I probably would have been on crack too. God, see, in obedience, when you're obedient, you don't have to sacrifice. So, that was a blessing to me. That's just how I took it in my mind. Somebody else might take it a different way, but I took it, I was obedient, because that voice was so urgent and so strong. Don't you smoke that weed no more. Hallelujah, Lord. So, that was what I was speaking about yesterday. But, when you think about the spirit of things, because everything has a spirit, drink, marijuana, sex, all that, because everybody occupies different spirit, every drug. That's, when I realized that a drug has a spirit to it, and no matter if I'm in Omaha and you in Portland, we get the same high. According to the quality of the drug, you can get the same high with the same drug. It's because, how is it I'm feeling a certain way when I'm doing this here and you're doing it somewhere else, when we both had the similar experience on a drug that's not in the same place? We're in two different states. How is that? And then also it's according to what abides in you, because some people are angry drunks. They get drunk and they get angry. Some people drink and get real nice. You know, it's different volumes of emotion according to what someone has experienced, the reason why they respond, how they respond off of what they do. So, and there are so many different ways that a spirit can enter into us. It can enter in your mouth, it can enter through your eyes, it can enter through your ears. You know, just when I say that, it's like a lot of people say they get cancer from smoking, but if you don't put it in your mouth, I know it's other ways, but I'm just naming this way. Your mouth, that's another gateway. You know, smoking. If pornography, your eyes. If you don't look at it, you can't have a chance of getting hooked on it because you have not given it this opportunity to enter in. Listening and adhering to bad advice. Those are your ears. There's some people that come in your ears, that's another gateway, and they tell you things that are not true to see if they can influence you. And some people don't influence for good, they influence for bad, because some people don't want to see you in love. Some people don't want to see you happy. Some people don't want to see you financially stable. So they do all kind of things to keep you from getting there. It can be the same person that's laying right next to you in your bed. It don't have to be a stranger, nobody around the corner. It could be the person that you're laying next to you has devised a plan against you, because it depends on the spirit that is occupying them. And see, the reason why those spirits have to attempt to occupy you, they have to get in you, because outside of you is not as powerful as getting inside of you. See, it isn't powerful enough to control you. That's why people try to get you on substance. They get you on substance abuse. And a lot of times it'd be our friends, it'd be our family, it'd be people that say they love us and know this thing ain't no good for us. But, you know, it has to get within to control you. And once it gets within, it's going to change the point of view that you have of you. You're going to think like, oh, I can't live without it. Yes, you can, because you was living without it until you got it in you. You can live without it. But one thing that I learned about any spirit that has occupied me in my life, you have to give it permission. You want to smoke this weed? Yeah. You want to have a drink? Sure. You know, I've been liking you for a while, you know what I'm saying? I think you, ooh, look, I like that. You want to have sex with me? Why not? I'm feeling you, you feeling me. But what's in between those feelings? What's going to be in between those dealings? Somebody acting like they like you, but they really a villain. They come in to take you down, because a lot of people that have these spirits know they have them. They're there to pass them on to you, to make you a host, because they're a hostess. That's why you have a lot of people do a lot of talking in sex. Whose is it? What's my name? Is it good? That's worship. That's word magic. I'm not saying that you have to be quiet, but know who you're worshiping. Because oftentimes, if we don't know who we're worshiping or what we're worshiping, we create word contracts and soul ties and trauma bonds, and then it turns into mind control. A lot of people that have a lot of control over people usually grew up with them, so they know you. So they use the very things that they know about you to hold you hostage. Especially if we done some dirty stuff together. Who say dirt don't hurt? It depends on who you eating dirt with. Some people just down in the dirt so they can have something on you. They don't even like dirt, but they eating it because you eating it and they want to see you eat it. And the only way they can feel comfortable in being dirty with you is if you be dirty with them too. Then when you decide to get clean, they're going to use that dirt back on you. But we have many entrances that can allow spirits to enter into us. And one reason why it's so hard sometimes to get rid of some of these spirits is because they don't plan on exiting. They plan on staying with you forever. Yes. They plan on staying with you forever. And just like you worship them and talk them in, you have to usher them out. You have to usher them out. Denounce them. You. That's why, when we were growing up, I don't know if y'all still do this because the songs y'all be listening to, some of them make you hate somebody. You can go be able to find, you listen to all this stuff, make you want to hurt somebody. That's why you got to be careful what you allow in that entrance, in that ear. You just think that it's what they call it. I can't think of what they call it now when people just casually listen to something. Entertainment. They think it's entertainment. No, it's more than entertain. It's trying to enter into you and make a change that you don't even know being changed at the time it's changing. We used to listen to love music. If you want to be in love, you listen to music that speaks of love. And I'm not talking about sex, but you can listen to it while you're having sex. It has a greater effect on some people. It helps them to perform better because a lot of people don't know what to say. And a lot of people, the reason why they don't know what to say is because they're imposters. See, you shouldn't have to be challenged when you're trying to find the words of love if you really love somebody. You have to allow something or someone else to speak for you to the one that you say that is only for you. If they're only for you, then you should know exactly what to do, because whatever they need was birthed within you, and the same for them. But some people don't get that deep in life. See, this is a thing too, and I'm finna get off here. I'm so adamant about what I do because I want people to change and get their life right, and don't wait till they're 40, 50, 60, 70 trying to do right and they did all that wrong. Get it together. We've already did enough tearing apart in our ignorances and in our unknowing and in our youth. We're no longer Toys R Us kids. You're a grown person. And if you having children, you have what you laying down for them, you're not going to be able to take it well if you're not well. So I hope that helped y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, get it before it gets you.